Alright. So I'm going to be doing a quick tip on how to color skin. We're just going to start with a simple leg here. I like to start with this slightly more orangish skin color going on up here. Just because it's a little darker, you can see highlights better. I'm going to block it in. Okay. So I pretty much try to always use the marker tool in settings. I don't do any fancy stuff. This block down here is just my go-to mid-tone. I'll start to the outside of each side. Of course, depending on what you like versus, but I like to do kind of from head-on light versus. So get this going. I get the watercolor, then very basic settings. Make it nice and big. And I smooth this out. I mean, already, if you're not going for super dark, you can kind of stop there and then add highlights and you're good to go. I tend to do a bit darker, and I go to this rather saturated red for my darks with the marker tool. I go in on the edge here. One end, I go all the way like this, and then this one I'll just do a little bit, leaving this space here a bit. Blend it in, nice and smooth. Okay, so now we have that. So then, one more layer here. I'm going to take this bright, more yellow, almost white, with the pencil tool. I'm going to add highlighting on the side here, a bit on the side here, and then blend that in. Of course, this is all because you have your main light source, but then you have other light sources, other things put off light, not just whatever's hitting this part of the leg. I'll take the pencil again and just do a bit of a sharper thin highlight on the edge there. And of course, this would be a clean line and a finished line. And then for the main highlight here, I do some angled lines, kind of fading off, indicating light sources more or less from the front, but a little from above. And a layer here. Now I kind of find the top of it, do like a circle, maybe a little pointed at the top, ovally, get the watercolor through here, and blend it down. It's a bit much. Make it less sharp there. And this long one to kind of go with it. And now, of course, depending on your style you're going for, you can smooth this out much more. You can get the virtual. I have it these settings, I've never changed it, so I guess this is what it is automatically set at. And that, and there you go. You got a leg. And of course, if there's any clothing, after you've shaded your leg, you can throw in a skirt if you want, or whatever she's gonna be wearing. This is a cheap, you can buy whatever. So her skirt is kind of bluish, purplish gray. Just so that there's plenty of contrast here. Okay, so then above all of these colored layers, so I'll go and I'll take like, I'll try one maybe like this, that's less saturated, a little closer to the orange, but still in the reds. And you think, okay, so the skin wraps around the curved leg like so, right? But then you have to account for this is closer. So you're going to think, alright, if this is closer, then that's the farthest out that's going to be. This is going to come around like this. But this is falling away because it's curving, so this is much farther. And it's going to come down like this. And this comes up, and this is flaring out to around like that. I'm going to get rid of this, because I wouldn't have that line anyway. And then of course, depending on your light source, how strong it is, how close it is, it's going to catch different shadows. So on this, I might take the marker and drop this down a bit, indicating more shadow but not as strong. I'm going to take the watercolor, blend that all in, blur this line a little bit, and the farther away the fabric is, the more blur it gets. So right here we're going to leave it about that sharp, and here I'm going to blur it more. Now the important thing that I never could figure out is even here you want some ambient lighting of some kind. Some artists use blue like this, that still scares me, so I'll take like this color, make it much less saturated and light like that. Put some opacity, and kind of throw in some ambient lighting, or whatever you call this, up in there. Take the blur tool, blur it real good, and then pretty much it. I mean, that's all there really is to it. Now if you want more lighting effects going on, like stuff that Art here might have, something that he does that looks really good, would be like he would have some alternate color he's got some light that's kind of purplish comes in. I have like the light source here, and the light source here. That gives off the idea that the main light source here is very yellow white, and over here it's a cooler light source on the white bluish side of things. Come up with this a little bit. There you go. That's it. So that's just a quick tutorial you can do, follow along with, play around with everything. This is pretty much just for rounded objects facing you like this. Wherever the light source is, you kind of have arcs surrounding it with bits of light on either side. It just gives it more form. And with your shadows like this, you can do plenty of different ways where you just leave this flat and sharp. And that's definitely a cool way of doing it, but giving it kind of the blurred makes it a little more realistic with the lighter hues coming down from up underneath the skirt. So that's it for this quick tip. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to try to get used to talking to the camera while sitting in a room by myself. And thank you for watching.